Right, today I'm installing a temperature sensor on a KTM 250 2009 two-stroke. I've done a lot of the work already. I've wired in the actual sensor. I just grounded the negative side off on the horn and then found a live. I mean, as soon as you take this headlight cover off, this headlight shield, there's loads of lives behind there, so just wire it. You get a negative and a live on the coolant sensor. So once I plugged that in, wired all that in, and then what I've got this KOSO 22mm temp sensor, and it comes with a lot of wiring. And my plan with that is to fit it. You want it on the side where the water's coming out of the engine, not into the engine, because it'll be a false reading. If the coolant's coming into the engine, it'll be a lot cooler. You want the temperature from the coolant that's exiting the engine. So you want to put it here, on this pipe here, comes off of, so that one there that you can see, that one leads straight to the water pump, and the water pump pushes it back up into the radiator, and then it enters in through the top of the cylinder head, you see over there. So I'll show you how to drain the coolant and how I'm going to fit it, and I'll show you it once it's all wired up. Just before I show you any more, what you're going to need: a pack of small cable ties to neaten up the wiring. You can reuse the coolant if you want, but if you haven't done a coolant change on the bike for quite some time, it would be beneficial to put some new coolant into the bike. So you may or may not need that, and you're going to need some clips for the water pump sensor, because obviously that's going to sit in between your water hoses, and you're going to need to clamp it together. Now that kit may have come with clamps, that KOSO kit, but I've had it for so long that I probably lost them, so I had to buy these separately. That's a 22mm diameter, so I've got 18 to 25mm clamps, which will be perfect for the job. Right, so I've got my bucket in place to catch all the old coolant. First thing I'm going to do, this is a 10mm bolt at the bottom of the water pump. So I've loosened it off. I'm going to undo that, take it all the way out. And once it's all the way out, like that, you then want to open the top of the radiator. It will allow it to flow a lot easier. So if you watch how it's dribbling out now, and watch how it comes out once I undo the actual cap. So just be careful. Right, it's finally fitted. Extremely fiddly to get that in there. I fitted it, and there was just too much pipe on here, and what it was doing, it was causing the metal temp sensor to curve slightly here, which would be restricting the water flow, which is obviously what you don't want. So I've managed to sit it at just the right angle with the sensor in there. So we'll go around the other side. You can see pipes in there and the sensors here. So I've just got to wire this all up now, neaten all the wiring, top it up with coolant, check for leaks, and I'll get back to you on how it went.